Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So today's video I'm going to share with you some really easy dinner ideas for weeknights that are particularly busy. These recipes don't have a lot of like homemade components to them. Some of them have no homemade components and some of them are sort of semi-homemade. I hope this video gives you some ideas to maybe add to your weekly meal plan. Now, if you guys have any favorite busy weeknight dinner ideas, leave them in the comments down below so that we can all check them out. We all need dinner ideas all the time. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Narissa. I'm a full-time working mom. I work out of the home and I'm also a new mom. So on my channel, I like to share food content and also working mom lifestyle content. So without further ado, let me show you some of my go-to busy weeknight dinner ideas. So first up we have gyros. This is actually a meal kit that I get from Aldi's. I love getting this kit. It's such a quick and easy weeknight dinner. Then we have chicken bacon ranch kebabs. This literally has 3 ingredients and it is so good. Then the next dinner idea is shrimp po' boy sandwiches. These are an excellent and super easy dinner idea. And last but not least, homemade pizza and homemade pizza dough. So this is the meal kit that I was telling you about. It comes with the gyro sauce, the pita shells, and also the lamb meat. And then you can add whatever else to it that you would like. So I had to lay out the ingredients so that they would thaw. It was frozen. It comes frozen. And then you just thaw it out, you know, the morning of when you are ready to eat it that night. And so I am just browning off the meat in a shallow skillet, and the meat comes fully cooked, so you really just need to heat it through. I like to heat it through and crisp it up. And then the toppings that we like on our gyros are tomatoes, onion, and then cucumber. Cucumber I think is definitely a must because you have the tzatziki sauce that is a cucumber based sauce, so it really adds to the flavor of the tzatziki. So I'm just chopping up my cherry tomatoes, and then I actually already had some chopped up onion here, and then I'm going to chop up some cucumber as well. Sometimes I just like to take a little bit of the skin off. I think it makes it look nice, and sometimes the skin of cucumbers can get a little thick and a little waxy too. So I'm just getting ready to fry up my second batch of meat here. Now this lamb meat is really good, but it is actually really greasy. So you are going to want to drain it on some paper towels to get some of the excess grease off. But once you get your meat all fried up, then it is time to assemble your sandwich. So I like to put a layer of the tzatziki sauce down, then a layer of meat, and then toppings on top of that, and lastly another nice layer of the tzatziki sauce. This is such an easy weeknight meal and it's really good. So I highly recommend finding this at Aldi's. It is a meal kit and it comes frozen. All right, next up are these chicken bacon ranch kebabs, and these literally are like a 3 ingredient dinner idea. So I am using this ranch seasoning, and I didn't measure this, but you just want to put some ranch seasoning in a bowl and then also some olive oil. You could use any type of olive oil, but I'm using olive oil. I would say probably equal amounts. Give that a good mix. And that's going to be the marinade for your chicken. So I have some chicken breasts here, and these actually are from Aldi's too. I can tell by how big they are. Aldi's actually has the cheapest everyday price on chicken breasts that you can get around my area anyway, for $1.89 a pound, and that's every day. I can get them at my Walmart for $1.99 a pound every day. And I have noticed that at my Aldi's, the chicken breasts are really large. So that's why I can tell that's where these are from. So I'm just cutting up my chicken breasts into like 1-inch cubes because I am going to put these on skewers. And I want them to be nice and bite-sized, but also stay on the skewer. So I'm going to add the cut up chicken to a freezer bag, and this is what I am going to use to mix my chicken and marinade in. That way it is all contained. The mess is just in one bag and I can just dispose of it when I am done. Once you have your chicken all cut up, then it's time to add your ranch and oil mixture to the chicken and then mix it all up, getting all of the pieces of chicken coated with the ranch mixture. Now, this ranch seasoning in a big jar is like the best thing to have in your pantry or in your spice cabinet because it has so many uses. I use it all the time. You can see that I had very little left in that jar, so I am due to get some more, but it is useful in so many ways. So definitely look for that next time you're at the grocery store. I do believe that Sam's Club has a giant container of it, so I'm sure that Costco does too. Walmart probably does too. But next up, we're gonna cut up our bacon. Now, this is thick cut bacon that I'm pretty sure I got from, guess, Aldi's. And I think it was about a 14-ounce package. It wasn't a full pound. But I wanted to make sure and get a little bit thicker cut bacon because I knew that I was going to be putting this on the skewer and then on the grill. So I'm just going to layer the chicken and the bacon, every other piece, on these metal skewers. I think I got these off of Amazon. I'll see if I can find them and link them down below if you're interested. But they're great for summertime grilling because, you know, you don't have to soak wooden skewers and they're reusable. So I am just using a sheet tray with some foil lined on it so that I kind of contain my mess, and then I am going to get these all skewered up and just throw them on the grill for about 12 minutes, turning them off and on. And that's it. Super simple meal, and it takes no time at all and also makes a ton. It is also very delicious. So next up is a shrimp PoV sandwich. I can never pass this up when I see it on a menu. So I am just basically gonna take some frozen popcorn shrimp that I got at Walmart, and I'm gonna bake that off in the oven and then assemble it in a sandwich with a homemade remoulade sauce. Now, there is something unique in this video. Does anyone notice something that is different? I actually found this clip that I had not posted, and we just recently had these sandwiches, so I found the clip and was like, well, I have to include this in What's for Dinner since we just had it, even though this clip is from a while ago. But the remoulade sauce, I will link down below. It is a Cajun sort of spicy sauce. It has pickle juice and garlic and paprika and mustard and mayo. It's so, so good. So basically, I'm just taking these French rolls and piling it on with some lettuce and tomato, and then of course some extra remoulade sauce for a quick supper. You can serve this with French fries, or you can serve this with some coleslaw. It's really, really good and quick and easy too. All right, lastly, homemade pizza. Now, I love to make bread and dough and all things carbs homemade. So, I mean, I don't always do it, but when I have the time, I will. So this is actually a 30-minute breadstick / pizza dough recipe. I believe I got it from another YouTuber. I will link that video down below, but it's super simple. It's basically just some flour, some yeast, salt, sugar, warm water, and some olive oil mixed together, and it is a quick dough, so you don't have to let it rest for a really long time. But you could see my yeast there. I actually buy yeast in bulk, and then I keep it in the freezer in a mason jar with one of the screw top lids. Those mason jar lids are like worth their weight in gold to me. I have the regular mouth and the wide mouth. They are awesome. I'll link them down below if you don't have any. You definitely need some. So like I said, this bread dough, or I'm sorry, pizza dough is really easy to make. You only need it for 5 minutes, and then it only rests for 5 minutes. So that is what I am doing here. Then while my dough is kneading in my stand mixer, I'm going to cut up my toppings. Now we're going to have a veggie pizza this time, so I'm just cutting up some veggies that I had in the refrigerator and checking on my dough. So you could see how like wet and sticky that was. It definitely needed more flour. And that's the thing with pizza dough, is depending on, you know, what time of year it is, how much humidity is in the air, that's really going to affect how your dough like operates, you know. So I had to add more flour, and then I think it's good. I take it off the hook, take it out of my bowl and turn it in on itself, and then I realized no, it's still too sticky. It shouldn't be sticking to your hands. So I'm going to put it back in the mixer bowl and add another 1/4 cup of flour and let that mix in, and then check it again. So I'm adding another 1/2 cup of flour than what the recipe calls for, just because it was really humid this day. So when you are mixing up your pizza dough, you know, follow the recipe to begin with, and then you want to see it pulling away from the bowl and basically cleaning the bowl. So you can see down there isn't in the bottom much residue left. So the dough is ready to come out and be oiled up and start resting. So then you just want to coat your bowl or whatever you're going to let your dough rest in with some olive oil. Roll your dough ball around in that so that you don't get a dry dough, because it will dry out. And then cover it with a towel and just sit it in a warm area for 5 minutes. That's all you have to let this dough rise for. So like I said, we are having a veggie pizza, so I am just kind of cleaning out the vegetables in the fridge. We had some onion and some green pepper that I needed to use up, and then I'm also going to add some mushrooms to this pizza. Now, I like to make a ton of different kinds of pizza. I am definitely a pizza fan, one of my favorite foods. I really like to add turkey, pepperoni to my pizzas. Chicken bacon ranch pizza, see that theme here? That is another great pizza flavor. I also really like barbecue chicken pizza. Let me know if you guys have ever tried a barbecue chicken pizza. It is really, really good, actually. Those are just a few of my favorite pizza flavors. All right, so I have my veggies chopped up, and then I didn't have any fresh mushrooms, so I just grabbed a can of mushrooms out of the pantry and then gave them a quick chop. So the dough has rested or risen for 5 minutes, and now I'm going to take out a large sheet pan and give it a good spray with some non-stick spray. And then I'm just gonna press this dough out to the shape of the sheet pan. Now you could use a round pizza pan. You could cut this in half and use a smaller sheet pan. Then you could use the other half and make breadsticks, or you could actually freeze the other half. The dough freezes really, really well. And oftentimes, I do have another recipe for big batch pizza dough. Oftentimes when I make pizza, if I have a little bit more time, I will make the big batch and freeze the leftovers, and then you will have homemade dough ready whenever you're ready to make pizza. All right, so I'm gonna add some seasonings to the dough. You can actually add seasonings to the dough before you mix it up, and then you will have it in the dough, incorporated in the dough, or you can just add it on top. Now, we don't like to actually add sauce to our pizza because I am a light on the sauce kind of girl and my husband is a heavy on the sauce kind of guy. So we just use the sauce as a dipping sauce, you know, after we cut it up. But I just added some garlic salt and actually some sweet basil, and then drizzled some olive oil on top and spread it all around with a spoon. And then I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese, what I had left, and then some Monterey Jack and Colby, I think, mixture shredded cheese. And then add the toppings on top of that, and then again some more seasoning. I tend to feel like salt is needed quite a bit when I make homemade pizza. So keep that in mind. You may have to salt your pizza. So again, just a little bit of garlic salt and then that sweet basil. I really like the sweet basil. It has a little bit different flavor than like Italian seasoning, you know. Basil is in Italian seasoning, I believe, but I really like the sweet basil on its own. And I find it easier to just take the pizza out of the sheet pan and cut it on the counter or on one of those plastic flexible cutting mats. So you can see this recipe makes a ton of pizza, and I actually froze about half of this pizza, and then I put some of the sauce in a plastic bag too, and we had it a couple weeks later and it froze and thawed perfectly. So it was a great dinner that we had actually twice. All right guys, so that is it for this busy weeknight dinner video. Don't forget to leave some of your super quick and simple dinner ideas down in the description box below so we can all get some more ideas. If you like this video, I think you might also like some of these. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.